Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ben here with a Gomah deck showcase. So what I'm going to be doing is just doing a little quick guide to how to play Gomah. Here's the deck list that we are running. I did update it from the last time that you guys saw from my 5.0 video. What I took out was I took out the third eye Gomah. Felt that he wasn't really needed. It was really my first time building the deck and really testing him out for real. I found most of the time that I was just charging him more than anything, so decided to put in two of this 30k Majin Ku, which I thought was really good. Another Might of Mega, and then another 4 cost Gomah. So just to increase some consistency, have an extra 30k, which I think is really, really strong, and he's still a 10k. So we did lose a 10k for a 0, but it was one of our most crucial zeros, so I think it was all right. But I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys some gameplay. Feel free to put any comments or any advice that you guys have in the comments below. I'm not saying that I'm in any way a perfect Gomah player. I am trying my absolute best in this game littered with cells and booze. So I am doing my absolute best to get as high as I can. I'd love to get to God rank with Gomah. Currently in Master trying to climb my way up. So I'll go ahead and show you guys some gameplay now. Hey guys, alright, so for the first game, I'm going to be showing some gameplay against Piccolo. This is usually a pretty good matchup for us, being able to go really wide, having, if we can see our one of Vegeta, being able to keep our board nice and safe from any of their KOs, like their 7 cost, or any of their 9-drop Broly's. It is really, really good. So I'm just going to go ahead and showcase this game. I'll go ahead and Mulligan hand wasn't very good. I am going to go ahead and put this in 2x, because, just for time's sake. So turn 1, we don't have planet, so that felt pretty bad. Didn't really find anything out the Degisu, so sadly just had to go -1 in hand. Felt pretty bad. But it happens sometimes. Degisu can be one of those cards where you either find a key piece you need or you don't. Go ahead and get rid of the other 4 cost. So we do pick up a planet, which feels pretty good. Go ahead and play out our Naze to take a life. We're trying to awaken as fast as possible, especially because the Piccolo is stalling their life. So we're going to have to really need that extra body on board to be able to really get wide on them. We already have 3 supers. They swung me here, which I thought was a little questionable. Not sure what they were thinking there, but I guess trying to aggro me down. I mean, to be fair, they do have a 4 life advantage on us. We go ahead and awaken. Start pushing face. Play out our do to resand energy. Play out our planet. Draw a card. This is so that we can enable our Kraken play. And then we can also play out another planet. So we're just getting as much card value as possible while also awakening Piccolo. Because sure, they're getting a +4 in hand. But at the same time, we are now in that good spot. Play Degisu instead of playing the planet, just so that we could find a key piece we need, which was a Rinsu, and being able to discard the Demon King Palace felt pretty good. Go ahead, protecting board. Then they didn't play Gohan here, and we were just licking our lips. Anytime Piccolo really misses their curve, it is pretty much GG from there. He does still have a lot in hand. So we're going to be able to just start swinging face as much as possible. We play out our 4 costs because we already have our Demon King Palace and drop, restanding an energy with Kraken to enable our Rinsu play as well as our Majin Ku. So we're just getting a lot of swings off early, eating supers, eating 10Ks. Swing again. I was originally going to put the Degisu on to make it 30, but I was like, I need the Degisu to be able to draw with the Rinsu ability. So I had to sacrifice pushing 30 there, but it's all good. Swing another 25. Swing another 30. And this is why we put Majin Ku in here for another 30. Just being able to have that one extra turn of a 30k is beautiful. Had the Earth Destroying Blow. Not a big deal. They do play their Gohan here, just a turn late for them. Playing out the Krillin, I was like, no, that stinks. Pushing 30 at my Rinsu. We protect, obviously. And pushing at my Rinsu again. So Our hand is a little sketchy right now. Just 3 supers and a Witch's Abode. So go ahead and draw for turn. Pick up a do. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I did get a little greedy here. I did take the life, thinking that I could probably push pretty hard here. I took the life again off of Witch's Abode. Don't know if that was the correct play, but we were trying to get as greedy as possible to see any pieces that we could get to play off of our Witch's Abode. And I didn't have anything. I only had the 3 supers, so just trying to find as many cards as possible. But they're now down to 4 in hand. We have so many guys on board. So we're just swinging away, making all these 30s. And we're just sitting there with 3 supers in hand. I was very surprised they didn't take that hit there. But I guess they were scared not being able to kill us next turn. They play out their beast. I think they trash our 4. Yeah, they trash our 4 cost. Swing face. We take it. Pick up a 0, which stinks. We go ahead and give them the Degasu. And then they just got 5 energy. They play the blocker. And they just got to try to kill us here. And sadly, 60 is not enough. We block out of it, and then we just can super kill them next turn. What do they have left in hand? They just had a 9 cost Burly, so being able to... We just went really, really wide on them. Didn't see our 3 cost VG on curve, but didn't really need it. They had missed their Gohan turn, which really, really helped us out there. Still, we probably still could have won, especially having just how good of a curve we had. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys on board already. It's turn 4. So probably being able to go even more wide next turn. So we'll just go ahead and jump into the next game now. All right, guys. So for our next game, we're going to be showcasing a Cell match. Cell, I know I originally said was a pretty easy matchup, but now that Gomah is becoming a little bit more popular, it actually is becoming probably one of our hardest matchups. Being able to really control our board pretty well, especially if they open, which has been happening a lot, just opening. That double self-destruct has been pretty nasty. It's been happening to me a couple of games where they just they always have the 2 self-destructs on curve, being able to wipe our board or control our board a little bit better. So as people are, playing more into Gomah, people are learning the matchup a little bit better. So Cell definitely is, in any means, a very, very hard matchup if it's not our worst matchup. Don't get me wrong, Boo is still very, very hard, but I do think with kind of the way Boo is leaning, especially if you're able to see your early Planet of Megas, it's probably a little bit better matchup. But we're going to go ahead and jump into this Cell matchup. So we mulligan that hand, trying to find a better hand. We do have a decent hand, nothing crazy. Still, once again, not seeing Planet. I guess he's just hiding from us today. We charged the Degasu. Probably was a misplay on my part. That's probably just from trauma from the last game where we had played the Degasu and didn't find anything. Probably should just play the Degasu, ditch the Demon King Palace. Probably would have been a better play. They didn't play anything on their turn 1. Probably thinking that we had to tap down to get rid of their cantrip. But little do they know, we don't run it. So just go ahead and we play out the Nace, take life. They go into their turn. Swing our face again. Obviously, we take. Play out another 17. Ditch draw 2. Set up their 16. Or sorry, their 18. Minus off our cantrip. And then we go in our turn. So this turn, we really need to be able to get rid of that 18 cantrip. So we just burn the marker to play Doom so that we can awaken. Play the Degasu. Find our Kraken. I knew it couldn't do leader ability, so we just went ahead and swung and flipped to get that close draw. Rest our Degasu. We find the planet, which is huge. We get rid of their cantrip. Then we swing 20 and another 25. Just pushing their face in case they do have that double self-destruct, which they always seem to have for some reason. To be able to get rid of our Rinsu, so might as well get as much value out of them as possible. They swing into our Rinsu. Go ahead and protect. Minus off, I do believe our do. Yep, minus off our do. Play the 1 cost, so they're going to early cell chain us. We just go ahead and give them a super. Gotta keep that Arinsu. When this is a beautiful turn for us. Being able to have the Arinsu out, she is so insanely clutch here. So this, we got to really sequence this well so that we can get our Kraken as well as get rid of this very pesky 4-drop. That's why the cell chain the early cell chain can be pretty bad in a Gomah, especially if they do have the Witch's Abode on curve. They did take that 20 from Nace, which I thought was a little questionable on their part, but whatever. We get rid of their 4 cost, player plan again, draw another card, draw another Kraken, which is cool. Plan on the Kraken, so we're just pushing face. I didn't combo anything because I wanted to keep as many cards in my hand as possible. They take another 25. They're playing very, very risky here. We find our Demon King Palace and we ditch it off just to have 2 in rotation. They play a 16, then have their 4 cost, so pivoting into another optimal play. Play their 1-drop. Grab a 16. Play the 16. Swing again, comboing up. I'm not sure why they're trying to combo in to our Rensu. I don't know why they don't just get the free from Nace, but I guess they're really trying to get that off. We have another super, so we're just going to go ahead and give them. We need this Rensu to be able to win the game. Then going into this turn, I had decided I'm probably just going to have to try and kill him if I can. Or at the very minimum, we're going to have to try. We got 2 life. We have the 5 cost in hand. We're just going to do our Gomah shenanigans. Ditching our 4-drop and our Kraken. Sadly, draw like 2 bricks, which was absolutely horrible. But it happens sometimes. Get our 4 costs. Draw a 10. Beautiful. Play our Demon King Palace. Since we decided that we were gonna go and try for game, I'm really surprised they took that 30. But they were probably feeling pretty confident that I couldn't kill him. We take the dude, we take the life, then we just gotta push good numbers here. So I swing a 40. They only have 6 cards left in their hand, and I was just like, well, we gotta go for it at this point. So we push a cool 45, and luckily we were able to get that last swing through. Which was huge for us. I know in most situations I probably do not get away with such shenanigans, but in the same point I would also probably draw 10k, so you can give or take both ways. But luckily we were able to sneak that game away against that cell, and usually you can do that very similar play line, being able to get rid of cards a little earlier in the game. Usually you either win this turn or the next turn against Cell if you can survive their shenanigans. But since they did that early Cell chain and we were able to get rid of it, probably just unfortunately for them, they probably just didn't see another 4 cost. So that was really good on us being able to get rid of that, and a little lucky on us they didn't see another 4-drop. So we're going to our next game. All right, so we're going into our next game against Gomah. We're doing a nice little mirror. Like any aggro matchup, the mirror can be really, really tricky. So I just want to do a quick little tutorial on this one. So the tutorial really comes down to who goes first and second and who sees their planets, if I'm being so honest. Usually whoever goes first usually ends up taking the game pretty easily, being able to awaken first, being able to go wide first, and really put pressure on their face. But you can also argue the same for going second. In this sense, we are going to try and match everything they do. And then whenever they awaken and they swing our face, we're probably just going to have to take some hits. They didn't have the Nace here, which was huge for us. If they would have had the Nace, it probably would have been a little bit different game. But fortunately for us, we have Nace. So we push face. We know they're going to awaken anyway next turn, so we don't care about swinging. I'm telling you, this Nace really does put in work. So they do the normal 3-cost play. Swing face. Yep, play out Kraken. So they're on a pretty good curve right now. But luckily for us, since we are awakening second to them, we are going to just have the little bit better curve. They do push 30, which stunk just a little bit, but nothing we can't really handle. They didn't swing with their Kraken, probably thinking they were trying to save it, but I had the Arinsu. So I was able to tap down their Kraken, and then we're just going to swing board. And to be fair, we had God curve. Like, this curve is absolutely insane. This is the exact curve you want to see pretty much every game. So we're just swinging their board, trying to get rid of everything. Like, look at the hand difference at this point. So this is where going second is definitely favorable. And it definitely helps that I had the Nace. If not, we would literally just be matching in every single sense. Now they play out their Arinsu. Gonna go into their do play line. But again, we just had such a big advantage at that point that they just scooped. Not a whole lot they could have done, if we're being so honest. Just wanted to showcase that because I think he did sit there for a while when we were playing, probably just thinking if he even could win this game. And if I'm being so honest, no, because if he starts swinging face, I'm taking everything and just killing him next turn because I did go second, so I can play at my 5 cost next turn. So just wanted to show that one. I know it was a little short, and they did end up scooping, but just wanted to show kind of what you need to do. Into the Gomah mirror. Definitely want to get your Arinsus down so that you can start swinging to their board as soon as possible, protecting your Arinsus, playing out, your Krakens and everything, trying to go into your do plays as you want to do into literally every other deck. It is just such a broken play line. Being able to play out 3 guys in 1 turn. It's just absolutely ignorant, sometimes 4. Just want to do that short little one, and we'll go into our last game. All right, and for the last game, this one is against Teen Gohan. A very, very fun deck. He definitely got a little bit more powerful this set. This was such a fun game for me. First off, I love Teen Gohan. Probably one of my favorite characters in all of Dragon Ball. Being able to see him on the ranked ladder was really, really fun. I enjoyed playing against this person, and I also think that this is a pretty good matchup for us. And it can be extremely rough, if I'm being 100% honest. A little bit more rough than Piccolo in some senses, because they're able to cheat out their 7 cost 50k and wipe our board pretty easily. But at the same time, if we do see our one of Vegeta, then we just absolutely run away with the game. They don't have the same defensive capabilities if they can't see their 6 cost as Piccolo does, because Piccolo obviously does that for free. So we start off with just double planet, just setting up to awaken next turn. We got the Kraken, we got the Arinsu, we got a Coup. We're absolutely balling right now. They go into their next turn, just cool little destructive strength, going into a cantrip. Normal green ramp stuff. They swing me, awaken me. Really wouldn't have mattered if they did or didn't. I was awakening either way, but just gave us our free Arinsu play. So we go into our Arinsu, gonna go into Kraken, going to go into, I do believe into Degisu is what the play line was. And of course, just swinging everything at face. As always, just putting as much pressure onto them as possible. Yep, going into our do. Also could have went to the Coup for an extra 30, but just wanting to get that extra energy to play Degisu. Player at Degisu, grab a Demon King Palace and ditch it, and then we pass. So we got protection on board, so they swing at it, we just protect. Got to keep our board nice and wide. They only have 4 energy, and we already have 4 guys on board. So we're looking pretty good. They got 3 cantrips on board, now 4 cantrips on board, so they're building a little cantrip wall. But again, we're swinging 25, so not a whole lot that really matters for us. Go ahead and draw. Going into our 4 cost play. Forcing a super. Then we do a Rinsu, tap down, start swinging again. Not having a 1-drop kind of stunk, because we just kind of had a free energy for no reason. But then I forgot we had a Rinsu, so we're just going even more wide. Drawing again. Swinging some more. Swinging 30 into Ku. This is why we have Ku. Ku's stupid. Forcing them all the way down to 2 on turn 4. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys on board. We just take the hit. We don't care at this point. Then, this is what I was talking about. We didn't see our Vegeta. They played out their 7 cost. And goodbye, my board. I was definitely sweating. We picked up our Vegeta, but at this point, it's a little too late. No point in playing him. So we just ditched him. They already did their big turn. We put a little stank on this one. Swung 40. They gave us the Gigantic. We do have to keep in mind they still have leader ability. So swing a nice little dry 30. Oh, we put a little stank on it. We went to 40. They give us leader ability. Cool. Swing 40 again. They're able to just barely get out of it. So we just pass. We have 3 supers in hand. Like, we're not scared of dying. They do play out their 6 cost. Swing lead. Do their little Gohan shenanigans. Go another super. I did misplay here. I did save the 4-drop. I forgot that this 6 cost restands any Gohan. I was thinking that it only restood itself. So minor misplay. We should have a lot extra combo. Not that it super matters. We're still doing our Gomah shenanigans. We had another 5-drop. So we do that. Play out do. Take the life. Because we're pushing for game. Pick up a 0, of course. The normal Gomah curse. And at this point, we just have an insane amount of swings. They did restand energy, just in case they pulled anything, so I just went ahead, swung. Played out our 4-cost Gomah, and I believe they just scooped. Or did they allow us to play all the way through? No, they scooped. Yeah, they scooped after that. But again, that was just a really fun match I run to showcase that, you know, they did see their curve. But again, just not fast enough to keep up with our aggro. Watching them play the 7-cost hurt. Wiping my insanely wide board definitely hit me in the heart. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this did help you guys learn how to play Gomah in this Fb07 format. He has such a good wide range of deck variety. I did play a ton of rogue decks today for some reason. Like, I played a Goku Black, I played a Golden Frieza, I played a Cooler. So I believe this meta is absolutely beautiful right now. I didn't want to show those games just because I know people are looking for the more meta decks. So I just chose a couple of meta decks, a mirror match, and then this fun Teen Gohan, because I thought it was very funny that they had wiped my board, which stunk, but we were still able to win. So just to show you that Gomah is just that good. Even if you counter him and still have your curve, sometimes he can still just pull away with the game. But again, if you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, anything like that, please leave them in the comments. If you guys have any suggestions on any future videos, if you guys want to keep watching Gomah gameplay, please let me know. I'm playing them all the time at this point. I've just been having so much fun with them. I do want to try out some other decks in the format, try to bring out some other rogue decks that maybe are not getting the love they deserve. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next time.